Welcome back to American Agenda. A Minneapolis mom has apparently been fired from her job after a viral video shows her confronting Black Lives Matter members. The group gathered outside her home, the home of her neighbor, Andrew Sundberg, who was killed by cops after a 6-hour standoff. Joining us now to discuss, Florida businessman, lawyer, and GOP strategist Ford O'Connell, and host of Money Talk with Melanie and Project 21 member Melanie Collette. Let's take a look at the video in question. We'll give a little more background on that as well. Let's listen.
This is not a George Floyd situation. George Floyd was unarmed. He was unarmed.
You're alive. I'm sorry.
This is not okay. My kids have to deal with this and probably have a mental illness now because they almost lost their life. I don't have a place to call home. I can't sleep that night.
She's obviously going through a moment.
This is not okay.
This is what they want to show on the TV. She's obviously going through a moment.
This is not okay. Just go home.
By the way, the not okay part was the protesting outside where she lives. That's Arabella Foss-Yarbrough. She called police on Sundberg, who allegedly was firing gunshots into her apartment where she was with her 2 children. Has nothing to do with Black Lives Matter. Has nothing to do with Black Lives. Has nothing to do with George Floyd. It's about quieting anybody that disagrees with the left, Melanie. And I look at this as anti-cop. Whenever a cop's involved, the cop must have been wrong. No, the cop was actually saving this mom and her kids.
I'm stunned that she would be fired from her job
Uh-huh.
for completely losing it because people are protesting the cops shooting someone who endangered her and her children. The woman literally has gunshot holes in her apartment while she was cooking dinner for her kids. I would be completely losing it as well if that happened to me. And her job had the absolute audacity to fire her for losing it when her kids' lives were in danger and they're protesting that the cops shot him. What were they supposed to do? Offer him a lollipop and some dessert? Like what was supposed to happen there to save her and her children from a maniac with a gun who was shooting into her apartment? How was that supposed to go down?
Ford?
I don't understand.
Look, I think Melanie's absolutely right, but Bob, I think you're raising a larger point here, and that is that BLM Minnesota clearly saw this as an opportunity to push their anti-cop agenda. They don't care about the facts. What they care about is reimagining public safety as they see fit, which is only going to get more people killed in defunding the police. Once again, virtue signaling gone wrong. The facts don't mesh with the story. But guess what? BLM Minnesota does not care, neither does the far left, because they're going to push this woke agenda one way or the other, and it's going to turn into anarchy, and it endangers all Americans, not just this woman. And you have to question, do the leaders of BLM actually care about people of color? Based on this, no. They care more about the agenda than actual people's lives.
How do you fix this, Melanie? Because BLM, you know, they've been so wrong on so many issues, and they still have these people who blindly follow them. They don't, it's not about Black Lives Matter. They're not caring about Black lives. They have a political agenda. It's anti-cop.
They totally have a political agenda, and people don't pay attention at all to the actual statistics. This woman appears to be a woman of color as well. They don't care about her life or the lives of her children.
Nope.
They don't pay attention to the absolute lack of credibility that they have toward their financial practices, which have been brought to light. They have not helped anyone. All they're doing is protesting, even in a situation where it's clear that the cops were in the right.
Yeah, that's right.
Absolutely no sense.
Most likely saved that woman's life and her kid's life. By the way, shifting gears just to another interesting thing, whenever something involves Florida, we know that, Ford, you own Florida, so we always ask you a question about it. California Governor Newsom talking about how the ads he decided to run in Florida. Take a look at one of these ads again. Take a look.
freedom, it's under attack in your state. Your Republican leaders, they're banning books, making it harder to vote, restricting speech in classrooms, even criminalizing women and doctors. I urge all of you living in Florida to join the fight, or join us in California, where we still believe in freedom.
Okay. Newsom also telling LA's KTTV that Florida Governor Ron DeSantis needs to stop being a bully. Says he was frustrated with DeSantis for attacking the Special Olympics and threatening them with fines. Ford, what's your take on this going on?
Gavin Newsom is projecting here. There is no bigger bully among America's governors than Gavin Newsom. He presides over the least free state in the union with the highest taxes, the most burdensome regulations, bottom 10 public schools, and over half the nation's homeless. It is Gavin Newsom who's trying to angle for 2024. He thinks he can triangulate off of Ron DeSantis, but guess what? When the facts come out about Gavin Newsom, you're going to realize his woke agenda has destroyed the once great golden state of California.
Yeah, I feel like he is poking a bear, and he's going to find out somewhere down the road. He maybe should have gone about this a little differently. We have to take a break, but we're going to come back with you in just a couple minutes. Coming up, the University of Pennsylvania doubling down on its support for Leah Thomas. You'll never guess what the award. We'll talk about that after this. Stay with us.